everyone, welcome back to the Coin Republic's podcast, Money and Me, and I have with me a really interesting guest. I have the co-founder and COO of Magic Eden, Zed, with me. Thank you so much, Zed, for joining us today.
Yes.
You've been in the space from 2017, if I'm not wrong, and of course you've seen the ups and downs in this space. How did Magic Eden come into being? And before this, you were at DYDX and Coinbase.
Yeah.
If you can speak a little bit about your journey at these firms and how did you come up with the idea of Magic Eden?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I've seen like every angle of crypto at this point over the
I
years.
agree, right?
So I first came into crypto in 2017 when things were going crazy with ICOs. That's when I personally got interested. And then, so I'm not ashamed to say that all of that speculative bubble was actually igniting something in me. And then I joined DYDX as the second employee.
Right.
That was the first, I guess my first foray into crypto. And I spent 3 years there building out the early DeFi ecosystem with them. At the time, there were basically 4 or 5 projects.
Yeah.
No one was really doing anything on Ethereum. And after that, I spent about a year and a half at Coinbase. I was working on the institutional product team. So around the time, it was like the first wave of institutions, hedge funds, asset managers buying Bitcoin. Which was an amazing experience to see that happen from just the other side, completely different side of crypto. And then, yeah, we started Magic Eden in September of 2021, so we just had our third birthday recently.
Congratulations.
It's felt like a lot longer.
Right. I'm sure it has.
Getting a lot of grey hairs from working on this company. But we started Magic Eden because we have this vision that we think digital ownership should be universal.
Yeah.
And we felt that on-chain is going to be the place where most of the future content is going to live.
Right.
And we really believed that. NFTs was kind of like the first form of that happening. And we started the company on Solana, actually, because we had deep conviction that it wouldn't just be a single chain universe, that there would be creators and asset issuers on multiple chains. They want to experiment with like different properties. And so we started with Solana, and then we've since built out like a multi-chain platform, trading NFTs, trading tokens. We have a wallet. So it's been a really big 3 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You spoke about how you guys have been expanding multi-chain. How does it impact your strategy? What's the goal behind the multi-chain adoption, and how's it impacting people on the user end, creators as well as collectors?
Yeah. Well, if we just take the NFT market as an example, if you rewind back to 2020, 2021, the entire NFT market was on Ethereum, right? The entire sort of the home of NFTs was basically Ethereum. And at the time, it seemed hard to conceive of there being many chains or creators building projects elsewhere. And for us, we thought that there are different chains are obviously built differently to have different mechanics in terms of speed or decentralization or whatever, like name any property. And we felt that creators would want to experiment on these different chains. And so we just wanted to build a platform where creators could come and do that anywhere they wanted to, whether it was like they were building a game, they needed some like fast, high transaction throughput, they would pick a chain like Solana. If they wanted very high value assets that didn't maybe trade as much, but they wanted the provenance of issuing it on chain, maybe they would choose to do it on Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin orders. And for us, like, we're agnostic, but we feel that if there's a place where creators can go and do that, then the end user can come and discover all of the amazing content that's there. And the reason we had very high conviction on this was because we just think that we've only scratched the surface in terms of how many NFTs and types of NFTs are getting created. And over the long run, we think there's going to be trillions of assets. And we believe that it's going to be on many chains.
Absolutely.
So someone's going to have to do the hard work to support all of these platforms. And if you look at most of the dApps that are out there, nearly every single dApp is a single chain dApp. Or at best, they are within just the EVM ecosystem. So I think we are very unique in the sense of we have Solana on one side, Bitcoin on the other side, and all the EVM stuff in the middle. Right? So it's very unique value prop for users.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys recently launched the multi-chain wallet. What is it all about? What was the goal behind it? Were you seeing a sort of user demand for it, and how you guys planning to scale it up?
Yeah, for sure. The original idea came about because when we launched our Bitcoin ordinals marketplace about a year and a half ago, we had a lot of users who were using our Solana marketplace come to Magic Eden and they were confused. They were like, how do we start doing this Bitcoin stuff?
Yeah.
And it turned out that they had to download a different wallet in order
right.
to access that content.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought that as a user experience is pretty tough.
Absolutely.
You know, if you're going to ask someone to come and do that, the drop off is going to be pretty crazy.
Absolutely.
So we felt like if we're going to build this multi-chain product, then the wallet also has to be very, very accessible, right? Because that's the first step when a user comes in and they want to transact.
Right.
So then we thought, okay, well, let's also build a multi-chain wallet,
Makes sense.
right? That basically matches all the chains that we support, such that the user, say you're a Solana user,
Right.
you trade Solana NFTs, you want to buy a Bitcoin ordinal, mint an ordinal, you can then just swap Sol to Bitcoin on the
Right.
Magic Eden wallet,
Wow.
a couple of minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and you're good to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to solve that user problem. And then that was the beginning, and then after that we started to realize that we can actually build some amazing experiences. So all the stuff that, all the typical things that people do on dApps like Magic Eden, whether it's they buy, they sell, they mint,
Right.
they have notifications,
Mm-hmm.
all of that actually, you should be able to do that on the go,
Makes
on
sense.
your mobile wallet.
Right.
So then we launched also a mobile cross-chain wallet. So that enables you or allows you to basically access all the amazing things on Magic Eden,
Wow.
as well as any other dApps on all these chains, and you just do it from your phone. So
Oh wow, that's amazing.
yeah, that was about a month and a half ago.
Yeah, lovely. How does ME token fit in the larger ecosystem, and how is it trying to benefit users?
Yeah. So the Magic Eden Foundation, which is
Right.
a separate entity to Magic Eden,
Mm-hmm.
has announced that they are launching this token.
Right.
We as a company are going to adopt it as our ecosystem token as well.
Mm-hmm.
So their whole mandate, I can't speak for them, but their whole mandate is going to be trying to grow the on-chain economy.
Okay.
Which is very, I think, aligned with the way we see the world, in the sense of, if I think about what our end state is going to look like, I said before that we believe there's going to be trillions of assets
Yeah.
on chain. Today, we're barely scratched that. But
Yeah.
if you look at the trajectory of companies in Web 2, like take eBay for example,
Right.
when eBay IPO'd, they had done about 150 million in GMV, like trading
Right.
volume. Magic Eden's 3 years old. We've done about 6 billion in trading volume.
Right.
So
Wow.
the scale and the speed with which on-chain content and activity is happening, it's beyond, I think, what people
Absolutely.
are potentially comprehending.
Wow.
And as a result, like we share a very similar thesis that on-chain is going to be way bigger than people think, and therefore this very, very long tail of assets,
Right.
there's got to be a home for all of that. Right? What is going to be the home of all of the on-chain activity? And we think that Magic Eden can be that home.
Right.
It's almost like the way you think about, maybe Coinbase is the place that you buy your first Bitcoin, right? If you're in the US, or maybe it's Binance if you are in international.
Yeah.
But where's the first place you transact on-chain? Where's the first place where you buy your first NFT? Where's the first place where you buy your first Solana meme coin? Right? All of that stuff, on-chain activity, we think the home of that can be Magic Eden. We're just given the cross-chain wallet,
Right.
cross-chain marketplace. So we share that same vision that the NE Foundation shares, and the token that they will be launching will be in service of that vision.
Okay, interesting. Now, Magic Eden has been really creator focused. What's the idea behind this creator economy? How are you guys trying to foster this economy, and what sort of a potential do you see in the creator economy?
Yeah, for sure. I think creators are really important. Yeah, because
Right.
you don't really
Absolutely.
there's nothing to do if no assets are getting created.
Right.
There's
Absolutely.
no point.
Absolutely.
Whether it's like projects that are creating tokens or it's creators making NFTs, none of this exists if
Right. There are no
there's no
creators.
reason for them to
Absolutely.
create something, right? So I think that as a marketplace, we see them as a very, very key part of the ecosystem.
Makes sense.
In the same way that you have buyers and sellers
Right.
of the marketplace, you also need creators. It's like, to take the Web 2 example, it's like you need the storefronts on Amazon, right, or eBay, and then you have your peer-to-peer buyers and sellers as well.
Right.
It's the same for Magic Eden. So when there was an opportunity, I think, to stand out and say that we were going to be in support of creators and helping them monetize and support them where royalties are enforceable, we wanted to do that. And I think that no one was willing to stick their neck out
Right.
in the ecosystem to say
Right.
that.
Absolutely.
Right? I think others had the opportunity to do so. Incumbents had the opportunity to do so. They didn't.
Yeah.
But we felt strongly that we wanted to do that, and we've always been a very creative focused platform because since the very first couple of months of Magic Eden, we built this product like a launchpad for creators, and we've since helped. I think it's almost like 600 or 700 creators now launch different types of NFTs on Magic Eden, because we feel like if we can make it easier for them and make it simpler for them, it's only better for the whole NFT space. So we feel very strongly that they're a really important part of the ecosystem, and it was no skin off our back kind of thing by supporting them. It wasn't controversial for us, but it may have been controversial for the others in the ecosystem, but we felt very strongly about it.
Right, absolutely. Now the NFT space has of course seen its own ups and downs, and more downs, I would say.
Yeah.
How has Magic Eden positioned itself with the bull market, the bear market, and what's essentially your bear market strategy to just push through?
Yeah. It's the same strategy that I just mentioned. But I'll share with you the journey, right? So 2021 bull market when we first started. 2020, late 22 was FTX obviously, and everything went bad. 23 was bear market. And 24 I would say is actually like, it's not full bull market, but it's also not a bear market, I would say. And the interesting for us as a business is that 2024 is already our best year on record in terms of users, in terms of revenue, in terms of volume. And I'll show why that is, because that may be surprising for a lot of people. In 2021, there were very distinct ecosystems. There was the Ethereum NFTs and there was Solana NFTs. We played in the Solana NFT ecosystem. And if you look at Ethereum NFTs from back then to now, it's down about 90%. Right? Or, I don't know, maybe more. I don't have the exact numbers, but it's down a lot. Solana is probably a little bit similar, because the market's gotten bigger, but certain collections maybe don't do as much volume, but the market is a lot bigger. And so you'll see that if for the companies or marketplaces that stayed single chain, single focus, they were very, very in line with that market. Right? They also went down 90%. Whereas for us, over the 3 years, we had this very, very stable vision of let's just build multi-chain. Let's continue to build multi-chain. So we launched Polygon and Ethereum in 2022 and 2023. We launched Bitcoin in 2023. We launched Base this year, and then we're probably launching 5 more chains before the end of the year. And why is that important? Well, it's because Bitcoin has become like a multi-billion-dollar NFT market since it launched in 2023. And we are about 90% of that market. So even though you might see Ethereum NFTs have come down 90%, for us, we made a bet into Bitcoin ordinals. That grew. Was massive, right? Absolutely. So if you look at that as an entire portfolio then, whether it's the bull or the bear, we're very, very well positioned. Because for us, it doesn't matter if one chain is going hard or some other chain is going hard or one of them's going down. It doesn't matter. Like, we just support wherever the content is, we will be there. And the other interesting thing, which I think people may not realize, is that NFTs is maybe only about 80% of the business. Because now we also have the wallet, where people can trade tokens. They can swap Bitcoin, swap Sol, ETH, like a bunch of other tokens, and a lot of trading happens there too. So I would say our business now, it's in a much more like bear-proof, so to speak, bear-proof position. It's no longer just one single NFT ecosystem. It's maybe 6 or 7, soon to be 10 plus, and it's NFTs and fungible tokens.
Of course. So what's the vision? How are the next couple of years looking like for Magic Eden? Any interesting announcements or upcoming partnerships that you guys are going to talk about?
No, a few big things we're working on. So the first thing...
We'll cut that out,
sorry.
that's okay.
Do you want to ask the question again?
Yes, sure.
You ask the question again.
No? Okay. I'll ask it again. What was I asking? Right. So what's the vision? Where do you see Magic Eden in the next couple of years? Are there any exciting partnerships or any exciting collaborations that we need to hear about?
A couple of big things happening. So the first, obviously, is we're going to be partnering with the ME Foundation very closely. So when they get to the launch, we'll be supporting it very closely. We're very excited about that. The other big thing is obviously continue to work on the wallet. And we have a bunch of amazing partners that we've lined up as we go to market with those. The other big thing we're working on is just continuing to do chain expansion.
All
So I
right.
said before that we hopefully will be at 10 plus chains by the end of the year.
Right.
So some of the ones we're looking at, obviously we announced Monad
Yeah.
just I think 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
The other ones we're really excited about, Abstract, Arbitrum.
Right. Right.
Who else are we doing? Say, there's a bunch of these,
Right.
and obviously the L2 ecosystem as well.
Wow.
So we're really excited about those, and should be a big couple of years,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Lot going on.
Lovely. Looking forward to all the amazing
Yeah.
things that Magic Eden is up to, and of course, most of that I think comes down to making the space fun and more usable for the users, which you guys are doing pretty perfectly. So congratulations on that, and congratulations on completing, I think, 3 years in the market.
3 years.
Yes, three long years in the
3 long
market,
years, yeah, that's
absolutely.
right.
This has been a great chat, Zed, and I hope to speak with you soon. Thank you so much for joining us on the Coin
Thank
Pocket.
you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.